Good morning, everybody. 46 degrees out, 59 in. 97% humidity. If it was more humid, it'd be raining. $82 out already. Just a couple hours later. Really tremendous. That's a 40 degrees temperature swing from night to day. And it's still rising in temperature, but the humidity's down. That's good. I've been on the phone. Some good old friends from around the world have called me today and doing some video work. So Melanie is out in the property picking blueberries. Now I'm going to go join her. So see you guys later. There's the tarp. There's where the mulch pile was. I got the last of the mulch out and spread on the garden walkway. And now my next step is to bury those potatoes and heap them up. Now Melanie can go along here and plant the onions, and those will be done. And then when we get the corn and the grains done, when they're big enough to come out, we'll put them in this row. And that'll be it. Now they're growing, so you know they're planted, so to say. But these potatoes are amazing. So I've really got to heap these up now. Something else I never did in Pine Bush, we could have had a bigger potato harvest, but I didn't have the soil to heap up because it was rocky. Here I've got plenty, so I'm going to get at it. Do it for now. I can go higher on some of these, like this middle one here, and I'm gonna let that dirt settle for a couple days, let a good rain hit it, and then I'm going to top it with sand. Like there's a big one here. Now I honestly have no experience with potatoes myself. We always went across the field, we knew the farmer, and we could dig what we wanted. No big deal. But here it's different, and last year somebody told me you got to hill your potatoes. So tell me what you think, guys. How high exactly I should come up on the potatoes. Now you can study the internet and you get 50 different suggestions, and all conflicting, so it's very complicated and confusing online. Anyway, for now that's a start. Hopefully they'll start rooting out and sending out tubers through the soil that I heaped up. Like I said, I'm going to put more sand out around them and make the hills bigger. I've got plenty of sand left over here from when I dug out the herb bed. That's all sand from the herb garden. So and my guess is that sand was brought in. That's not local sand, but that's only a guess. You know, that was under those boards for years and years and years. But that'll help supplement that. I've got fertile soil, and then I'll have sand on top. This stuff is really fertile, and I think we have sunflowers growing in here from the well, probably that were tossed out by the guy who I got it from. I'm going to let them grow a little bigger before I transplant them along the roadside. So right now they're using up that happy fertile soil where they wanted to grow. I never did make it to see Melanie. I ended up gardening But Melanie's been over here happy enough on her own picking blueberries. Oh, I gotta fold up my tripod. Hold on. Working hard, Melanie? Look at her. She's got a little stool. She slides it along. Look at this, guys. They're all ripe. Do you see that? I hope the camera shows.
And it's a lot also in this trait, Troy.
Bush, it's all ripe. Now we can try the blueberry rake on the bushes like
Look,
this.
It's there. Look at that there.
Oh, wow. Wow. See, Melanie just sits down and harvests blueberries. That's what we've been doing together, but now, look at this bush. They're all ripe. All right, Melanie, I'm going to get the blueberry rakes and we'll see what happens here, okay? In the other patches, they were half ripe, half not. And the blueberry rake would rip everything off, and I didn't want to ruin that and wreck part of our harvest. But then again, we do have 16 acres of berries, right?
But this one is still ripe. So
all right.
it's okay.
Well, we'll try it out. And Melanie?
This is my second box.
Second quart?
Yeah.
So she's just sat right in this area, moving her little stool from place to place. And look at her. This is the perfect job for her. Look at that. She's got all these berries. I'm out working in the garden, so she's pretty happy without me. The problem with the blueberry rake is you get everything. You strip the leaves, you strip the green berries and the red berries and the purple berries, and it's going to be more work at home, I think. That's from about 5 minutes of scooping. I just don't think it's worth it. These are made for bigger bushes and not for these tiny little things like this. What? Do you think she's having happy dreams? Felix was just stretching. He's awake. Felix! Felix! What do you do, baby? No, that's a happy cat. And Felix the cat. I've been I'm taking a break inside and working on a video, but I forgot to show you an update on the herb garden. It's looking quite beautiful. I think some mulch would really add to the appearance of this, make it look really, really good. But here we have cinnamon basil and lemon basil here. What do we got? 3, 4, 5, 6 plants in this one. And over here we got 2 different types of lavender. And here we have 2 coriander plants and some little flowers, which are really pretty. Very cute. They've got pale, like pinkish purple, purple and white all in this flower here. Tiny, tiny little flowers. They're so cute. Those were for free from the other day when we got those free plants. Here we've got 3 rosemary plants and a sunflower that came on its own, and another coriander. Here we have some sweet marjoram and some sweet leaf growing all together. And here we got another, I like it. Melanie doesn't like this one, but I think it's a cute little flower. And then some of those tiny, tiny little things. She didn't like them either because they're so small. I think they're cute. And then we got some basil here. Really amazing plant. I love the smell. Just, oh, the smell. So awesome. And the taste. And here we got some more of those little plants. I think Melanie tossed all the, oh, here it is. Hawaii blue. Ageratum, I don't know. I don't know if they're perennials or annuals, it doesn't say. But hopefully they're perennials and they'll come back. And there I got some more basil and some sage together. And here I got some cauliflower with some pineapple sage. Here's some sage plants. And my chamomile is doing the best of ever. I've tried chamomile for years and years and years, and they always die on me. They love it here. They are absolutely loving it. It looks like that one needs some water. It dries out fast. This is the fertile soil I've put in here, but it looks like they need a lot more water than the other herbs, so I have to keep an eye on that. And then we got the apple mint, which is sending out runners. That one's already underground, and I think, yep, that one's underground, so it's already trying to spread. A bushy one and a shorter one. And here we've got orange mint sending out runners. And then we got 3 spearmints. Here we've got English thyme, which is bushing out beautifully, and some cabbage, 3 cabbage plants. And in here we got some broccoli with some lemon thyme. And here I've got a plant with this is variegated oregano, which I'd cut in half and spread into 2. And a rabbit has eaten half of this. They were really bushy. And then here I've got hot and spicy oregano, one of my favorites. I love this so much. This is fiery, almost like pepper, and really freshes in your mouth for a long time. Love it. Oh, it bites. It really bites like pepper. And here we had a beautiful Kent Beauty oregano with flowers, purpley pinkish flowers. And the rabbit preferred my favorite plant of all. That's what it really preferred overall. Here we got some golden oregano, really nicely spreading out. And here we got some variegated oregano. We had some over there. And here we got some lemon thyme, also spreading out runners under the ground. So now that one is over there. Over here it's spreading out runners. And some lettuce Mom gave us. And some lettuce I planted from seed, also looking like they need some water. And all our spearmint. So with some mulch on here, it's going to be beautiful, and it won't be so desperate for water. Ooh, yeah, it's hot. I just got a head rush, seeing black. But yep, turning out nice. Melanie brought in today. How many pounds today?
I think.
Oh, you didn't weigh it yet. Okay. She got them all on her own, guys. That is, and you did it faster today.
Yeah.
Alone.
Because it's bigger and it's a lot more.
Wow, those berries right there were really, really full. Wow, very good, Melanie.
There's a lot more.
That's our 3rd batch. I'd estimate 4 pounds.
We have 4
I mean,
pounds.
here.
Yeah.
I'd estimate 4 pounds, yeah.
Yeah.
That would make 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half pounds roughly. Nice. Yes, I finished the lawn. The old snapper. It's a smoker. It's trying to hold my camera as steady as I can. The old snapper needs rings on a valve job desperately, and it spits and sputters. But boy, once it gets going, it runs and runs and runs. It's smoking, and it needs a new blade. The blade is garbage. I don't know if it shows up, but some grass isn't cut sometimes. Now I've got to get the push mower out. By the way, the tarp, if you see it, is where that was the mulch tarp, and I had it out in the sun to dry. I'm gonna cut the grass, but the blade is garbage, the rings are shot, and the exhaust is shot, and it needs a valve job. But once it gets going, it runs. Old Tecumseh. Now, this is a fine handling machine. I never liked the looks of these before. I never would have been interested in one of these, but for $20 I didn't pass it up, you know. Even with the condition it's in with the engine, I think sadly this is one of those machines that somebody ran new from the store and never changed the oil, never changed the filter, never serviced or maintained anything. Probably the original blade from the manufacturer is my guess. The way it looks, the overall machine doesn't have all that many hours on it, and it's probably not stored outdoors. But the engine oil was never changed, and so it did its damage, you know. So I'm going to rebuild that eventually, but it's going to cost me about 100 to 130 for everything I need. Probably about 130 with the blade, the air filter, and the rebuild kit. But if you consider that'd be $150 for a riding mower, well, plus 15 it'd be 165 because I bought that disc for a riding mower, and consider what they cost new, and if I have a brand new engine in that, then that's a really, really good deal. And this snapper is so cheap to maintain. The parts are still available. I love the fact that everything's still available. Really comfortable. I've been running this for hours today, and it's so comfortable. Out here, I didn't cut too much right around here because I have those the vine type plants. Well, that one's dead. I guess it could have ran through there. But anyway, they're all dead. We're starting to cut paths out into the forest a little bit. I'm starting to try to make walkways, and for Melanie and I to go exploring. Let me take you over and show you the big one I did. Melanie planted and watered the onions while I was working. So now we have, of all the plants we got for free, we got almost all of them in now. I don't know how much she actually put in out of the flat and the partial that we had, but I'll check that later. Now I ran the mower up around the electric fence. I still need to get the push mower going and mow all the way around in here. And also I want to mow in around the trees and keep that low, and then mulch around the tree bases. Oh, it didn't do a real good job. Didn't even touch that one. But I mowed a path out here, which I'll back up with the push mower later. And I'll probably trim a couple branches so I can walk around. But now we've got a path coming out. Yeah, it definitely needs trimming. And around through the other side of the orchard, okay? And then I went all the way through this little grassy area, almost a sort of a meadow, to the road on the other side of the property. Now here's a place you've never been with me before. But now Melanie and I can take a walk this way. We can go off into the woods and harvest blueberries or do whatever we want. I also trimmed along the edge of the property this way and all the way down to that power line. A couple sweeps this way. Eventually I want to trim in further up to the edge of the well, I don't know if there's blueberries. No, there's nothing here. I want to clear this all out and have it flat. Also, this is where the power line runs, so I want to keep that trimmed and maintained so that they don't come out here and spray and poison all this. I want to keep our property organic, and I've noticed that they'll spray if things get out of hand. So another time I'll come out here, but it's really hard cutting because this is so thick now already, and that machine is pretty sad condition. It's old, but I want to get all this trimmed out one day. And then here's our footpath to go through. I gotta cut all of this out here in the orchard. I don't think I got enough gas, I don't know, but I'd like to get all this cut because everything's shorting out the power line, the electric fence line. Get all this in here cut, eventually get this brush pile out, mulch it. Maybe a path through there for the vehicle to go through, because now this is going to be, all this will be the orchard, alright? The greenhouse will probably go right about here, and then I'm going to need a path to get the truck in and out for compost and gardening materials in the future. Now it looks like we got to water some plants. It's been dry a couple days now, and they're not happy. So we'll have to water a couple of the plants. Some are doing well and some are not. But I have to finish stringing up the peas as well. Yeah, I don't know if they're dry or wet. They're curling. I'm not sure what that means. Different plants have different responses to the weather. Mung beans are happy. Well, everything's happy. The weeds are growing. Alright guys, well, I'm going to see if I got enough gas to get the push mower going. And let me show you what's going on with the truck real quick. Alright, first we'll talk about the oil. Alright. Now, I had tried to wipe it off roughly, but somebody had opened the engine coolant overflow container and poured motor oil all over. And you can see in an otherwise not dirty engine compartment, alright, there's oil all over. Now this is with sand from the dusty roads. I drove it a couple days before I noticed it, okay? Whenever they did it, I didn't notice it right away. You can see where I tried to wipe it some. But there's motor oil all over the outside of the engine overflow tank. Now that was clean and spotless last time I checked this engine. I check my fluids once every 2 weeks roughly, give or take, okay? This was always clean and empty, okay? The engine never lost coolant, ever, not a drop. So I never ever had to refill it. Now I haven't run this, obviously, but some of it, it's hard to see now in here, but look, there's some gunk. I don't know what they put in there, but there's some gunk they put in there, okay? This was clean, pure antifreeze. And they put some goop in there that gummed up the system. Look at this, they put something in there. That was clean, okay? I don't know what that is, but there's some goop in the cooling system. So that plugged up the cooling system. Now I'm telling you, this was clean, pure, green antifreeze last I checked it. There was no goop and no gunk on this. I hope this shows up on camera. So they put some crud in there and they destroyed my cooling system, alright? I don't know if the truck's going to run anymore. I had emptied out the oil, as I said, and examined it, and put pure water in here. Alright, but you can still see there's motor oil. This had been opened, and you can tell they just roughly poured motor oil. You can see where they slopped it all over. They did it in a hurry, and they slopped motor oil all over the outside of the coolant overflow. This was clean. Alright, you can trust me or not. Either you're going to believe me or not. That's, you know, I can't change that. If you call me a liar, fine. If you believe me, okay. I didn't ever put oil in my overflow, and this was spotless before. Alright? It's gummed up. The whole system is gummed up. I don't know what they put in it. Okay, so there's that. Then, Melanie and I needed to get groceries, although I have no way of cleaning this right now because I have, we were in between paychecks and we had just enough for some groceries. We went to go to town the other day, and now the truck won't run at all. It won't start. Now, I've been keeping it locked since obviously it was my bad for not locking the truck. You can see all the oil, and that's dusty oil in an otherwise dry and clean engine compartment. Now there's no way oil is going to get on the overflow container. The engine oil was clean and spotless, okay? And that's brand new. Let me see if I can set up the camera. Full level, okay? Right there. The engine oil is full. There's no water in the oil. Alright, it had just been changed 3,000 miles ago. But that's new oil, 3,000 miles old, filled to the safe line, and no water in the oil. So I don't have a blown head gasket. There was nothing wrong with the engine. No loss of oil, no overflow, no excess. Whereas if you had coolant leaking through the heads into your engine, you'll have water in the oil. Okay, so that is not the case. It was very, very obvious somebody poured oil, used dirty motor oil into there, and some kind of crud, and they gumped up my whole entire cooling system. The truck might be, I don't know if I can clean it out or not. Alright, but they really did some damage. Alright, again, believe me or not, whatever. People have been asking, that's why I'm doing this video. I wasn't going to talk about it too much, but so many people are asking. That's why I'm doing this. So don't yell at me. I'm doing what people are asking me to do. Now, the other day we went to start the truck. It won't run. The gas cap is not locked. I can't do a thing about that, alright? It is how it is. And they must have done something, because now the truck won't run. It's not getting gas up into the carburetor. I don't know if somebody put something in the tank, or if by chance the fuel pump quit. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so I'm not going to make any accusations on that. But the truck's dead, and we are stranded here with no transportation at all. Alright, again, people are asking me about this, and here it is. I'm going on what people have asked me to show you. But I check my engine regularly. I check my coolant, all my fluids, all the time, and that's how I knew this was green and pure, clean since the day I got it, and that was clean. Alright, so I know I'm repeating myself, but people are going to skip around and then they're going to ask questions about the exact same thing I just said. So enough on the truck. You asked, I answered. Let's move on. Hey guys, just did the trim work along the road edges, and where my main mower didn't do a good job. And then I'll take you for a little walk here and show you. You may already see the difference from here. I used the push mower, my self-propelled push mower, and I trimmed up in by the compost heap over here, all over in there, and I trimmed up around the garden where I couldn't get in with the rider. I didn't get the chairs moved, but it's not bad under this pine tree. I trimmed along the fence line as good as I could without moving it. Now here's a brush pile, otherwise I'd have had that clean. Look at that, guys. Trimmed around the orchard all the way down to the compost bin. I trimmed all this here, and I made us a path to walk here around, so the ticks can't get us. I obviously have to trim this tree back a little though, because the ticks will get us there, and pull out any grass that didn't get cut. But now the electric fence is free and clear. I've got to remove the sod clumps. That was from the deep holes that I dug, and then mulch around these, around all of them. And then I cut this pathway tighter to the ground and out to the road. And then I'll pause the camera, I'll show you over on the other side of the forest. Here, I gotta cut this little tree down because we don't want ticks brushing against us. Trim this branch down. But over here, I got a really soft cushion of grass to walk on. Out to it's a little tree. We're gonna have a little chair under there, and then out into the woods. This is our property out here. Out into the woods. It's all just grass. There's blueberry patches out here, and it's all blueberries. There's a blueberry patch. I'll trim a couple of these branches so we can walk here safely, so we have no ticks. Because once we've walked through here, then the ticks will find us. There were no ticks the first time through. Once you start walking through and brushing against stuff, that's when the ticks will come for you. So take these dead branches down so nobody gets hurt on them anyway. I'll come through here later and do that properly. And then I've got a little bit of a pathway here. There's blueberry bushes that we already picked. You can see they're all green. We picked these clean here. And we picked these clean here. But there's still some green ones there. And then I trimmed a path out through here. That's just a grassy area with some blueberry patches though. All blueberry patches. Here, this is all blueberries and cranberries, all through here. And I mowed a little path out, and it's all blueberries. We haven't got out this far yet. See the grassy spots, some blueberry patches. And I stopped here, because then I hit all solid, thick blueberries. As far as you can see, all blueberries. I don't want to cut into them. And here, we haven't picked yet. So we got to get out here. So now we have a grassy path to walk and get out to this area. And then there's blueberries all through here. So we can come out and pick. So it gives you a little idea. I've never taken you out into the woods before. There's my wood shop and electronics shop. I've never taken you out before here, so get an idea how much land we do have out here. Just on the first plot up by the house, there's a couple acres of land right here that we own by the house. So I'm just going to leave this natural. I know some people say clean it up because it's a fire hazard, but I don't know why somebody would have cut that down. Oh, the power line runs there. That goes to another property over a ways. Cuts through my woods, but obviously they don't care about the right-of-way on that one at all. So anyway, there's little grassy areas here. Eventually I'll have paths for me and Melanie to walk and go on little romantic walks through the forest without fear of ticks. And I'll maintain it. It'll be beautiful. Alright guys, looks like dinner's ready inside, so Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Please subscribe, like, and share, and follow our daily videos as we strive to become self-sufficient and fully off the grid. We're almost there. Talk to you guys later.